Hello guys, it's again a small video on how I get from this and this, these are matches, let's see, gondola, to going to this one. So I will show you this video. I will just show you a little bit on what what I have done to create this. I hope you will enjoy it. Hi guys, as you just saw, this is a small video. It's a video about how I again made some loads for my gondolas. I kind of say that I have 7 gondolas I could put loads in. It's actually not true, I have 6, but Amherst, here we come, 2027, might get 1 there or 2 there, depending on, has to be modern, it has to be the 52 mil, has also some kind of others. Most of you all know this much better than me, what kind of numbers these are. I just know it's a gondola. This is actually what I intended to do from the very start. You might have seen a video from me a couple of weeks ago, published a couple of weeks ago, perhaps a month ago. There's a few videos back. Title is how I did a fast and an inexpensive load for gondolas. That was with some yardsticks, wooden sticks that I had. The original plan was to, I'm just gonna take this one up, to use matches to create a load with those ones. I know it's not, probably most likely not what you have, but I'm gonna simulate a one of those loads that you see in a gondola filled up with wooden, I'm not gonna say wooden planks, but in my head, I always say it's a used up sleepers or cross ties, depending on where in the world you are, and that's basically what I'm gonna do. I always wanted 1 or 2 of those ones, so I think I'm gonna make 7 of them. I'm just gonna move a little bit away from the camera. There you can see, and you can see I'm still at the club, and I'm reaching out. Now, I went ahead, of course, made a little something in advance. Also, I cut up 7 of these ones. It's basically, it's some very cheap plastic that we have lying at the club. We don't really use it, so it's gonna be not used, It's cut up to fit this one very precisely. It's, you can see here, I'm just gonna put it in. There is some glue leftovers from a previous project that didn't work out. I'm gonna rinse that those ones out. Now, as you can see, it's gonna fit in. It's cut. These are, I have 7 of these also, of course, These are cut to fit. Almost. I have deliberately made like a millimeter, like a fraction of an inch in each end and on the sides, for it to very easily go down and very easily go up again. How I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna show you in this video how I'm gonna do it. Right now I need to cut a lot more wooden sleepers, cross ties, from the matchboxes that I have. I have quite a few, and that's gonna take quite a bit of time. I'm not gonna tease you or bore you with that, how that's gonna do. It's basically just taking the match, measure it to the side of the gondola, make the cut. Then you have a check. You have one that you already know that fits there, and then use that one for the rest of it. I have already done that, of course. This one is not filled with matches, but it's almost, you know. You will see me doing these ones. I will most likely, or not likely, I will make them up in 2 high. We'll see how I do it. 2 high, you know, 2 matches high. Probably someone will say, why don't you do it 3 high? I can do it 3 high, no problem. And I can come with a lot of very good answers to why I'm not initially planning on doing 3 high. Let's be honest, it's time. I cut some up the other day. It's Friday today, it's Friday evening today. I'm gonna do another segment of this video on Saturday. You will see that's why I would like to do something now, so I can glue it in. It's still, but I did some Monday and I did some on Tuesday. It takes forever to cut them up. I might not be doing it the right way, I know that, but that's how I do it. I'll show you a little bit on how I do it. Also, you see here, I will also inform you on that. This is double-sided tape. Of course, it's not sticky on this side yet. However, this is going to be put in the gondola. All of the matches are going to be put on here. You will see me hopefully take it out, and then I'm going to glue the other ones, you know, the second layer on top. See me doing that. Then that's going to be for tonight. Then tomorrow morning, hopefully these are dry enough, and then I will try to attempt to take them off this one. You know, take the double-sided tape off the wood, of the matches. This, it would always come off. The tape will always come off this one. I'm not worried about that. Because, why would I do that? Because I could just as easily just have glued everything onto here. But I would like to have the loads to be, first of all, removable. Still removable with this one, yeah. But I can also, if I have them in these long ones, you know, I can actually have the load standing on the side of the track at an industry or something like that. I don't know, you know, it's just thinking ahead. And there, to me it looks kind of stupid if you have this on, you know, but let me see how it's gonna work out. But yeah, but let me start to cut. It's gonna take forever. Let me start to cut, and I will be back to you once I have started to put things on top. Bye guys, see you for now. Now guys, I am finished for today with the cutting. I'm just gonna try and show you. This is how basically one car looks like with it's actually looking really good, and it's have a nice weight and everything. If I'm just gonna do it like that, I'm not gonna do it like this. But this is 1, 2, roughly 7 or 8 boxes of matches. I hope I have for 3 cars here. That's my take on this. I have 3 cars for going across in two layers. What I calculated early on, or when I did the first layer, I counted them, and I believe it was 76. I believe it was 76. And in these boxes, let me just turn around. In these boxes, I have 45 roughly, according to the description on the back. So a car with 2 layers, that's 3 matches, 3 full boxes of matches, and then probably a few more from the 4th one. So when I say I have like 8, you know, then yeah. I hope I have enough. Otherwise, I have more. A lot more. A lot more where they come from. But yeah. But let me pull this out and start get busy on working on it. Bye. See you for now. Now as you can see, I have emptied it out. I basically just did this, and then they're actually pretty cool, you know. These at the very ends, those were sticky a little bit. But yeah. But now I'm gonna put in one of these ones in the car. I'm not gonna take this one. I'm gonna take this one. That was the first one. That's a little bit not funny on the end, you know. Now I have, as you can see, it's very quickly to take off. What I have a pair of tweezers and oh, that's a rather big one. I have another smaller one. I'm probably gonna try and get that one also, so that I have something. But I'm gonna put this in here. Oh la la. And that's it, you know. Yeah. And then basically what I'm gonna do is, as you can see, I'm just gonna take like tweezers and then just gonna and don't get your hand stuck on it, you know. It's but yeah, that's again one of those. I think you got the drift of it. As you can see, if I'm gonna put it in here, you can see, you know, it's basically I'm gonna do all of this until the very end, and then let's see, you know. But I will do that. Bye for now. Okay guys, now I have put in the first layer. I'm just gonna show you how I'm gonna turn it over, hopefully. I'm gonna do this for another two layers. A lot of matches has disappeared, but yeah, but let's see, you know. I just counted them also. I was a little bit mistaken. They are, in this one, there are 78. So, but yeah. But how I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try and do it like this. I'm gonna take one of the other sheets. It needs a little bit of assistance with the knife, I think. That was about it. And then, yes, it's only 2 actually that came off, and then that was okay, you know. I'm gonna put these back on again. You can see it's not that easy, but yeah. Now I'm just gonna put the card back over again and see if does it still fit. Yes, it does. Which is super. I might need to I'm just gonna sand the outer one, put it back where it belonged, and then yeah. So right now I'm gonna do, as you see it here. Okay, 2 more fell off. But yeah, but let's see, hold on. I will do the other ones and then let's see back. Bye. Okay, back again. Just before we move on, I know I said I was gonna do 3 cars tonight. I'm gonna do 2. The stack of cut matches went down very quickly. So I'm just gonna do 2 and then let's see how that is going to work. As you know, I'm gonna use my good old friend white glue, wooden glue. I'm gonna use a little brush and some paint, some water, so it doesn't the glue doesn't stick on it. The reason why is because I'm just gonna glue a little bit on the center part of it. There you see, and then now I'm gonna try and see if I can even it out a little bit. It's not really. Boy, it will get there. This has a double thing. It's also gonna secure them now and when I put the next layer on, because of course I'm gonna put a layer more on, like this, and just dry it up like that, and then just gonna say like that. And yes, now this is the moment of truth. I'm basically gonna put all of these on here, and hopefully everything is gonna be glued in together. That's my freaking fucking hope. But yeah, as you can see, this is again a little tedious job, like you've seen. I have some here, but yeah, I can just up and show you a little bit so you can see, yeah, that's it, and that's the height of it. But yeah, as you can see, it needs to dry up. But yeah, I'm gonna do that on those 2, and then let's see you later. Bye guys. I have now glued them all in, and let's see, by tomorrow, once they are dried up a little bit, I'm just gonna show you. Now this is how, and then this is gonna be like that in the car, and then let's see, but let's see, how it's gonna work tomorrow. I'm gonna take off the bottom if I can. I should be able to. I'm gonna put some white glue on this one also. Use my fingers just to wipe it up, and then let it dry. So really let it dry. here you can see the other one. Also, once it's glued up, I can hopefully, if it's a little bit tight, I can just trim off a little bit with sanding paper, very fine sanding paper, just itch it up a little bit so that it's not gonna be like that. Like I mentioned, I wanted to do 3 casts. Now these are all that are left. That's barely one the bottom of it. So that just shows that there's a lot of matches going for this one. But again, you know, it's a nice. I think it's a really nice web project to have done, or you know, to make your own loads. But yeah, tomorrow on Saturday I will come back over here again and then see how these are. Again, try and take the bottom off with the double-sided tape and everything, and then let me glue them a little bit on the lower one, and then I will start to see how they work into the car. I can tell you now how they're gonna, you know, like you can see on the first one, I'm always planning. I was not planning to have them up here, planning to have them like a little bit lower, so you can still see them, but not. They shouldn't be like whoa out of everything. But yeah, that was it for me now for this evening. I will come back to you later on. Bye, guys. Good morning, guys. Oh, good afternoon, depending on where you see it. It's now Saturday morning. Just before I left yesterday, I took out this one from this one, actually also from the other one. Could show that, and then I put. Perhaps you can see a little bit on the shiny part. I put a large amount on glue on this part because that's gonna be the bottom one anyway, and then I let it dry. When I came over here, as most of you probably would have guessed, it was a little bit screwed up, but I managed to bend it down a little bit. I'm gonna put in some, a bit of heavy weights on it so that it's gonna be somewhat straight. It's not gonna matter that much once it's in the car. I tried it in the car and it didn't go in just as good as I wanted to. So sanding paper, I took a little bit of the fine one first, but then I took the hard one, the rough one, if I say not hard one, the rough one, and just sanded it down on the sides. There's probably a little bit of gap in the sides now, but now it goes in fairly easy. I still need to either turn the car around, I need to do that anyway, or have like a knife or tweeze or something like that to get it out. So because yesterday when I took it out, I have to say that it almost all came apart again. So I have been thinking all night, should I do 3? Should I do 3 on a layer? Should I try and see if I can find something else for the bottom of it, you know, to have a thick bottom? But now everything is dried up. I think this is actually, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I have to admit, I most likely on the next couple of loads I'm gonna experiment on putting 3 on top. Just also just for fun, you know, just for fun. I'm gonna put this down now. Now this is now I don't know if you can see it that much, but let me try and do this. This is the gondola. Yeah, I know it's a little bit down here. I just quickly put in, I have some spare matches that I've not really gonna be used for anything, because those are full of glue. So I put some of those ones down. I'm gonna use these ones to put this a little bit higher up. At the moment I'm on 3, this is up here, I'm on 3 matches stacked high, then this, and then we have this one. If you can, I'm just gonna try and see if I can do this. I don't know if you can see it, and with the eye I can see there's a, also I know there's a little bit of gap up here where you can see the white part. Perhaps I should put it up in there, but yeah, it's not that visible, but yeah, but it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna paint these ones black. And after they're painted black, I'm just gonna use a very cheap rattle can from a paint shop over here. I'm gonna do it outside because it smells like, whoa. Not smells, just have a strong odor, so to say. And then I'm gonna put in some pigment colors so that it kind of blends in. These ones are also gonna have painted and some pigment colors on top. Again, the bottom one, that's also full of glue. I don't really care of using that one. And yes, then there's a few ones missing and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, it's not perfect, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's good enough. The reason why it's a little bit low here because the support underneath has gone a little bit. I can also see now that the support on these ones has to be at least 4 places once stacked up 3 high. I also tried with 2 high and then was a little bit low on the gondola. If I'm gonna do 3 high on the load, I'm only going to go 2 high on the rises. But yeah, but next step, 7 boxes of matches. Better get started, and I will talk to you again in 2, 3, 4 hours. It's gonna be later today once I've done this. Bye guys. Hello again. Just gonna look up at the clock. Roughly 2 hours, 2.5 hours later from my last take. In that time I have cut up. I managed to have 4 layers and a little bit more done for the cars. That was 5.5 boxes of matches. But yeah, you know, that's how it is. I also made the executive decision, put it so finally, only to have 2 layers in each car, in each. Reason why is these are not gonna go. Once I have all of the gondolas, these are not gonna go in and out, in and out, in and out. They are most likely gonna be sitting inside. So that's it. However, saying that, in the first couple of videos that I'm gonna shoot up here after this is done, there's probably gonna be a load or 2 lying next to the track with the gondolas next to it, so you can just see it a little bit, you know. But next thing is, as you can see, I have put on a glove. I'm gonna put on another glove just now. I've changed pants to, what can I say, club pants. Because it's gonna get messy now. Cutting up, that's not so messy. Gluing it down, that was not so messy. It was fairly quickly to do that. I have put a little bit of pressure on these ones so that a little bit more equal now, you know, a little bit straight. What I'm gonna do now is, as you will know, I'm just gonna put it on now. I'm gonna put this on. My trusted shoe shine black Silver with confidence is saying on top. That's probably just the brand, Express Shoe Shine. I'm gonna put this on. This and this load. And then let's see how that should work. Then of course these are gonna be dried up, hence also a little bit, and I'm gonna put some pigment on, but let's see when we get to that one. I will just stop for now. Bye. Yep, so everything has been set back here. I'm gonna do my trusted, this one. I just need to make sure that it's on the right one and I'm doing it. Basically, I'm just gonna, just like I did with the yardsticks, I'm just gonna put in quite a bit of this. One of the reasons also why I'm having it on a towel, or paper towel, cotton paper. Some is saying cotton paper, some is saying paper towels. But yeah, and then once this is done, you can see it's a bit of a messy one. I'm gonna let it dry up a little bit. Let it dry up a little bit, and then I'm gonna come in with some pigment for this one. But yeah, let's see how this is gonna work out. See you for now. Bye guys. Hey guys, back again. This one is blowing up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably the glue that I put in yesterday. I'm trying to, can I say, bend it up a little bit and fix it a little bit. The other ones I put in having some pressure on them. But yeah. But what I'm gonna do now, I have my trusted pigment here. Since I'm just gonna do it over, I'm not gonna do a lot. And here you can see, the glue is falling a little bit apart. But yeah, but let's see, how this is gonna work out. As you can see, you have already seen the end result, so it's not gonna be that big a surprise. I'm gonna put in, as you can see here already, the color changes to roughly what I would like it to have changed to, and then yeah, and then I will go around this a little bit, trying to see. I'm probably gonna do it over here, and then yeah, and then basically just let it dry up a little bit, and then tomorrow, Sunday, if I can make it here, I'm gonna discuss with myself whether I'm gonna have a gonna glue the bottom in underneath these ones. But yeah, but let's see. But this is all for me for now. Bye guys. These are my loads. I went ahead. I don't know if I'm going to show you a little bit here. Let's see it here. Yeah, I decided to put in a floor on each of these ones. These I have made two with a plastic strip, and I have made two with a wooden thing, we had some spare wood lying over here that was cut up and basically gonna be thrown out. See it on here. So I decided that I was gonna use this again because it was going up a little bit and it's easier. Also, let's be honest, I'm not gonna have it removed all that many times, but yeah. But let's see how it looks. As you can see over here, this is the one with the plastic on. This is the wooden one. This is the wooden one. This is the plastic one. How do I tell the difference? Probably a little bit on the weathering on top and the pigments. The wooden one have also received a small coat of varnish, matte varnish, and then a little bit of weathering, and a little bit of pigment additional on top. I also think that they are lying a little bit higher up, but yeah, but that's gonna be it, you know. Just gonna show you the difference. If it's lying on the ground, I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference. Hold on. Now, for instance, if I was gonna lie it over here by the warehouse or something like that, yeah, you can see it a little bit. But if I lie it on some sort of a flattish ground, you know, you will. Yeah, you can see it, but how much can you see it? You know, it's a little bit. It's a little bit on where I would say I'm okay with it. I'm really okay with this one, you know. So, but yeah, but these ones I've now created 4 loads. I have 4 a lot more, which I am going to do over the summer. Once you see this video, you most likely have seen them in another video because planning on going to an exhibition this weekend coming. It's Saturday now, almost end of March. The exhibition is at end of March. I will go there, have an intermodal and a manifest, and these are for the manifest. The same with the poems that I did, you know. But yeah, let's see. Bye guys, I hope you have enjoyed this very long video. I believe it's gonna be like, but yeah, hopefully you like it. Comment if there's anything you don't like, if anything you are in doubt of or anything, just leave me a note and I will get back to you. Bye guys, and see you.